And just like that, the next episode has begun. Welcome back to Ace Attorney Justice for All. I'm your host, MegaShadowFist. It's like a video game, it's like a commentary. And I'm about to find out if I made a terrible, terrible mistake by pressing further on this. Actually, there is something very wrong with this piece of evidence. What? What are you talking about, pal? Where is there a problem? Where is this problem you're talking about? I've come this far. There's no turning back now. The problem I have with this piece of evidence is here. Oh no. Oh no. Oh boy. The bloodstain, perhaps? Wait, what is this? That's probably just a, I don't know. That's nothing. Can we, oh, I see how this works. Let's go over here to this random bullet hole or whatever the hell it is. Present. I think I did something wrong. I asked the court to please take a look at the sleeve of this Okay, sure, the sleeve. That's totally what I was going for. The sleeve? There is okay, I was right. There is a tiny hole here. A hole? But that wasn't in the report. Change my gumshoe voice again. Hold on. What's this around the hole? It smells faintly of gunpowder. Oh, I think I know what's going on here. Gunpowder? No one ever told me. Let me drink some water. My gumshoe voice is doing terrible right now. A hole that smells of gunpowder. It looks like I found the hole I was looking for. Your Honor, the only logical conclusion you can make is that it must be a bullet hole. Order! 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 This is a very grave matter. It's best we correct the court record first before anything else. Maya's costume updated in the court record. Siri, excuse me. Sorry about that. I guess we messed up, sir. Is she actually smiling? What else is she hiding? Pull yourself together, detective. That tiny hole doesn't change a thing. The strength of the evidence still holds. Continue with your testimony. That just now was a fluke, nothing more. How can you say something like that? This is a huge oversight. Well, I agree it is a mistake on the part of the police. What Prosecutor Von Karma has said is true. The evidence still stands. If you do not find a more definitive problem with the evidence, then... No way! Detective Gumshoe, please continue with your testimony. Yes, sir. Okay. You know what times like this you need to do? Save again. Please. Because why not? The spending game. One of these days, I should have started like a save game counter to see how many times I saved during each court case. Defendant attacked and killed a person who, without a doubt, was not fighting back. But, okay, I'll press that. He wasn't fighting back? How do you know if he was or wasn't? We could find no evidence that the victim put up any sort of struggle, pal. So did the murderer have a fight with the victim or not? Depending on this, the circumstances around this murder change drastically. We're in real trouble now. If only I had something to prove that the victim did fight back. That Von Karma, she thinks she can decide the verdict with this testimony alone? I have to somehow find a critical contradiction and then I'll have her. That was probably what we're gonna have to... Okay, so is that everything? This is the costume the defendant was wearing at the time of the crime. As you can see, it's covered in blood. The defendant attacked and killed a person who without a doubt was not fighting back. Okay, that's it. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to present the evidence of the folding screen. Hopefully I'm right here. Maybe? Nope, it looks like I was wrong. This evidence clearly reveals the contradiction in that statement, Your Honor. How exactly are the evidence of the statement just now related? They aren't, are they? Not at all. Mr. Wright, please think the facts over before making accusations. I don't think that won me any points with the judge. Alright, well, it was worth the shot. The defendant attacked and killed a person who without a doubt was not fighting back. Is there anything I have in the court record that can prove that, though? Let's look at everything. Obviously not the attorney's badge. Mr. Gumshoe, are you aware that I am a lawyer? Okay, that's not going to do anything for me. Guide map. Maya is slightly translucent. Newspaper clipping 2. Folding screen. Black key. Floor plans. Crime scene. Dr. Gray's autopsy report, stabbed in the chest, then shot at point blank. Wait a minute, the gun was fired 2 times. I forgot about that. Let's try this. Nope, that doesn't seem like it. Your Honor, that statement contradicts this evidence. It does? I don't see anything contradictory. Huh? Really? Objection denied. Try to think before you make accusations, Mr. Wright. Alright, well, it was worth a shot. Whoops, that didn't go so well. And I saved anyway, so it's no big deal. If I make a mistake to defend it, I need to find... How? There has to be some type of contradiction in the evidence here. Okay, so... Clothes Maya was wearing at the time of the murder. Touch the check... Should I use this? The bullet hole? I don't think that's gonna do anything for me, but... I'll go for it. Oh, that changed the music, so this has to be it. Detective Dick Gumshoe. Yes? Huh? Having you call me by my full name is kind of a weird feeling. You said that my client killed a person who, without a doubt, was not fighting back? I phrased that like a question, but it wasn't a question. Yeah, I did. Then what, may I ask, is the bullet hole you police overlooked supposed to mean? What does it mean? I'll tell you what it means. It means that the victim had fired off a shot. Is this what it means to not fight back? You're right. It would seem that way. If the victim tried to shoot the defendant, then it would change everything. All right, the wind seems to be shifting. For now. Huh. What is with that "are you finished yet" laugh? Are you finished yet, Mr. Phoenix Wright? Miss Von Karma? It seems that Maya Fey was shot by the victim. However, that is only grounds enough to support a justified self-defense plea. That is true. That is correct. But I'm sure you remember, Your Honor, what the defendant clearly said. The defense clearly said they rejected the justified self-defense and pleaded not guilty. Now that you... Why, that's right! Which means the defense has yet to prove anything at all. No! Well, yes, that's true. Furthermore, just the fact that there is a bullet hole in the costume is not enough to substantiate even the plea of justified self-defense. Huh? How so? Don't just stand there. Hurry up and tell the court what transpired that day. With the new information we acquired at the end, of course. I feel like I'm like switching between like a German and a Russian accent like every other word. Huh? You mean by myself? You want me to put together the scenario all by myself? Yes, sir. Right away, sir. What transpired? Okay, what do we have here? During the channeling, the defendant saw her chance to stab the victim in the chest. Of course, the victim used the last of his strength to fight back, sir. While the two were fighting, the victim took out his gun. The victim took a shot, but because they were too close, he missed. The defendant then picked up on the opening, took the victim's gun, and ended it. That doesn't make sense. This scenario you have put together does make sense. Yes, sir. Well, Mr. Wright, just by listening, it does make sense. However, I won't give up that easily. Please refrain from glaring at me like that. Now then, your cross-examination, please. I felt like I was John Daly for a second from What's My Line? May the mystery guest please write his name, if you please. I doubt anyone's even going to recognize that reference. I doubt anyone even remembers that episode of Past Hope Survival that I did where I mentioned that during the channeling, the defendant saw her chance to stab the victim in the chest. Present. There is quite a difference in height between Dr. Gray and the defendant. Add in body strength, and it seems unlikely the defendant could have stabbed the victim. Now that you mention it, yeah, I guess. Objection! You think you can get away with such flimsy reasoning, Mr. Phoenix Wright? Maya Fey was in the middle of channeling, was she not? When channeling with the Kurain village technique, the medium physically changes. With the nurse's build, the defendant could have easily been a match for the doctor. I don't believe it. She even studied up on the Kurain channeling technique. But they're using that as actual evidence in this court case, which means that anything we say about Kudine Village is fair game. Wouldn't you agree, audience? Ladies and gentlemen, I would say so. Like I said before, I am perfect. About what you were talking about, I didn't quite get it. Never mind. Let's continue with the testimony. Oh, this game. Of course, the victim used the last of his strength to fight back, sir. Hold it. So he was stabbed, but the wound didn't kill him. But if you think about the blood loss, it was pretty bad. How bad would you say it was? Actually, I went to give blood the other day, and afterward I felt a little lightheaded and dizzy. I guess the damage was maybe about 10 times the dizziness. But that would mean that he wouldn't be okay, sure. Eck! So sorry. But that would contradict everything, I just don't know how to prove that. While the two were fighting, the victim took out his gun. I should have read that in Gumshoe's voice, but whatever, anyway. Where in the world did that pistol come from? It looks like the victim, Dr. Gray, had specifically bought it for that day. But a handgun? He got it off the black market about 2 days before the murder. Oh, how very convenient. Why did Dr. Gray bring a gun? It could mean one of two things. Either A, he planned on the victim attacking, fighting back, in which case he wanted to defend himself, or he just wanted to silence... No, but that wouldn't make sense, because there still are other mediums. But I guess, since Maya was part of the head family, I guess he figured that no one else would have been strong enough to channel the victim. That's the other option. Anyway, was he taking precautions against something? The victim took a shot, but because they were too close, he missed. That doesn't... okay, sure. So you're saying that the bullet hole in the costume was made then? Sorry, pal, but that's what I think. The two of them were already fighting when a shot was fired. Maya, I'm really glad you weren't hurt. Well, I guess then again, I guess that does make sense if you think about it. You're like, oh, he's too close, how could he miss? But that does actually make sense if you think about it. Anyway, I didn't read that. I'm an idiot. Maya has never fired a gun before in her life. The victim had already taken off the safety. Without the safety off, even an amateur like you can fire it by pulling the trigger. Even me? I wonder. Now do you understand? Von Karma's logic is perfect. His testimony certainly makes us look very bad, but there's gotta be a contradiction in there somewhere. And uncovering it is going to uncover the truth. I can feel it. During the channeling, the defendant saw her chance to stab the victim in the okay, we're starting over. So, what I want to go back to is, while the two were fighting, the victim took out his gun. Right here, I think. Maybe? Maybe. Let's look at evidence. Maybe I should save too. I'm probably gonna save. Okay, button to my pop filter. Yay! Love doing that. It's amazing. I do that all the time for whatever reason. Suspending game. Continue. From save point, of course. Okay then, so, of course the victim used the last of his strength to fight back. Sir, present attorney's badge. You know, I never did check. Does the green bar recharge after each court case, or if I leave with just one more chance after this day and then come back in the next day, would I just be starting screwed over? Probably should have thought about that. Oh well, no big deal. Let's see what we got here. Guide map. That's not going to do anything. Radiate softly. I want to check the autopsy, actually. A diagram. Okay, random slowdown. No big deal. I think the slowdown is actually good for this game, because whenever the game slows down, that decreases the chance of having desyncing for whatever reason. I changed the audio settings to make sure to hopefully maybe that will not have a desync like the previous recording session. And I'm segmenting my recording session, so I'm not gonna record just one giant video file. I'm pulling a Kratos, everybody. Stabbed in the chest, then shot at point blank, gunpowder residue around bullet hole. Murder fired. Wait a minute. This was fired twice, right? Hold on. Let's go back. It was fired twice. Does that while the two were fighting, the victim took out his gun. The victim took a shot, but because they were too close, he missed. The defendant then picked up the opening and took the victim's gun. Okay, never mind. Nope. I thought I was going on to something, but nope. Okay. Nope, clearly not. Newspaper clipping 1, guide map Fey Manor, Maya's Magatama, newspaper clipping 2, folding screen. About 8 inches off the ground is a small hole that looks like a bullet hole. Would that really do anything for me? A green jewel is set in the center. Oh, great, a garbage truck is coming. I completely forgot to factor that in considering I'm recording on a Friday. That's amazing. Floor plans, crime scene, a diagram of the channeling chamber. Touch the check button for details. That's not going to do anything for me. Okay, pistol, knife, belongs to, okay. Clothes Maya is wearing, touch, okay, I don't know. The defendant then picked up on the opening and took the victim's gun and ended it. Okay, Von Karma is definitely trying to hide something here, but what? Oh, we have a lot more, whatchamacallits. I don't know. Okay, so, the defendant then picked up on the opening and took the victim's gun and ended it. His testimony certainly makes this look very bad, okay. Blah blah blah. Okay, so, during the channeling, the defendant saw her chance to stab the victim in the chest. I don't know if I can contradict that. Of course, the victim used the last of his strength to fight back, sir? Let me check the autopsy. Let me check the diction of the autopsy report very clearly. Stabbed in the chest and shot at point blank. Gunpowder residue around bullet hole. I want to say that the autopsy has something to do with this, so I'm going to go back. And while the two were fighting, the victim took out his gun. The victim took a shot, but because they were too close, he missed. The defendant then picked up the opening and took the victim's gun and ended it. Gee, I really don't know. I really don't. We're getting towards the end of the episode, too. I don't want to start the next episode lost, so if I have to, I'll probably just start the next episode where, I just, right where I figure things out, perhaps. By the way, 5 seconds of silence. Never mind. Guide map. That's where he missed. There's a bullet hole there. That doesn't really contradict anything, though. Let me go back. The victim took a shot, but because they were too close, he missed. Okay. 5 seconds of silence. Okay, that should have the... I should be able to capture it now. Okay, so go ahead. Let's go ahead and present. Actually, there's one thing I wanted to press because I don't think I paid attention to it quite correctly. I took the victim's gun. The victim shot, but because they were too close, he missed. While the two were fighting, the victim took out his gun. Huh. Let me press this again. Where in the world did that pistol come from? It looks like the victim, Dr. Gray, had specific... Okay, yeah, that's right. But a handgun. He got it off the black market. Why did Dr. Gray bring a gun? Was he taking precautions against something? Okay, yeah. Because they were too close... I feel like this is probably what we're gonna need to focus on. Let's go ahead and go to present. Attorney's badge, newspaper clipping. I don't know. I really don't know. I feel really slow about this. Died after falling asleep at the wheel. That's not gonna do anything for me. Took out his gun. No, this probably is. Okay, the victim took a shot, but because they were too close, he missed. Maybe this is it. I'm gonna have to take a risk eventually. Hold on. Let me press this. So, you're saying that the bullet hole in this costume was made then? Sorry, pal, but that's what I'd think. The two of them were already fighting when a shot was fired. Maya, I'm really glad you weren't hurt. Okay, she didn't look too mad there. So, I'm going to have to judge it based off of what she was most mad at. Let's go ahead and present. Let's go ahead and press this again. Maya has never fired a gun. Blah, 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 blah. Even me, I wonder. Nope. There was something that she was really mad about, though. It was like, we pressed it, and she was really mad. I need to figure out what that is. The defendant saw her chance to stab the victim. I know I'm going to start talking in the next episode, but I don't care. There is quite a difference. Okay, blah, blah. Oh, she mentioned it? You think you can get away with such flimsy reasoning? Blah blah. Channeling, was she not? Okay, blah 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 blah. Blah blah blah. Okay. Like I said before, I am perfect. Blah blah. Yes, that's cool. Of course, the victim used the last of his strength to fight back, sir. This is the one that she was really mad at, wasn't she? Okay, blah 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 blah. Actually. Blah blah blah. Well, sorry. I don't know. Anyway, I'll see you guys in the next episode.